guys, welcome back to part 2 of a Schmidty wedding. In part 1 I talked about general tips for planning your own wedding. So today I want to expand on those ideas and give you the details of our big day. I'm also going to show you guys some of my DIY projects. So for the details of our wedding, we had our date set as Friday, July 11th, and it was held at a local state park. The theme of our wedding was country, chic, sort of vintage. I had in mind burlap, lace, mason jars, and paper lanterns. The budget we set at $5,000. We didn't want anything super extravagant since we were already legally married, nor could we really afford to have that big of a wedding. We just wanted something for our families to come together and to celebrate our marriage. With that said, we didn't even spend $5,000. We spent probably around $3,000, and that included the help of some of our family. So the next question you're probably asking is, how did I save so much money? I did that by shopping online, researching a lot, comparing prices, using coupons, and going to garage sales. Keep in mind, I spent 2 years planning this wedding, so I had plenty of time to do online research a lot. I also cut out any unnecessary things, such as a sit-down dinner, seating arrangements, DJ, and alcohol. When it comes down to it, you really have to decide what budget is best for you and what you're willing to eliminate from your wedding if you want to save money. I also had help from family members. I recruited my dad and my aunt for photography, and my cousin was the MC, and he was DJing the music playlist that I had made. I did my own hair and makeup, and I didn't even have time to do my nails, so I went to my wedding with 4th of July nails. I'll talk more about that in part 3. So those are all the ways that I saved money, and I have put together a list of important websites that can help you figure out how to plan your event and save money as well. So here they are. Pinterest, because that gives you so many ideas and links to websites that can help you as well. I will talk about that in a minute when I go over my DIY projects. The Knot, where you build your own website, you can look up vendors, you can give reviews, you can do your table arrangements. There are so many helpful tools on that website that you can use. Oriental Trading, it's a great website where you can buy bulk decorations such as paper lanterns. I have these cute fans for the guests outside. I also bought paper straws to go in the mason jars, some mitts for the tables. So many things that you can buy on there. Michaels or HobbyLobby.com, you can look at all their items and they have coupon codes. Tablecloth Factory is where I bought my tablecloths. I didn't want to rent because it was about the same price, and I could use the tablecloths again, or I can sell them to somebody else having a wedding or special event. The final website I have for you guys is wholeblossoms.com. Now I know that they have mixed reviews, as does 50 Flowers or any other online flower vendor. But I took a risk and it was well worth it because my flowers were beautiful. Alright, it's time to introduce you guys to the binder. This binder is a mess because that was how it all ended up. I have so many things in here. I put tabs for contacts, budget, checklist, ceremony, reception, and the day of. If you're getting married and you haven't been legally married before, then you also might include after your wedding things to do, such as name changes, all the forms that you need to fill out, and so on. I also included all the receipts and proof of payments. I had a vendor that lost a check, so I had to cancel it. So it's smart to keep all of those things in one spot. I'll put a link in the description to the templates I used that all went in my binder and were a lifesaver. On to DIY. So these are the things that I did to personalize my wedding and add a creative touch. First thing was the kids table. I knew that there were going to be kids there and I wanted them to be entertained as well, so I made a space for them. I had a table with butcher paper laid down instead of a tablecloth, a pile of crayons, some glow sticks, some puzzles, and these little personalized activity books. The next idea I got from Pinterest was this little date night idea. I had a table set with 3 stations. One was the guest book, one was envelopes that people could write their address on so I could send them thank you notes, and the other was popsicle sticks that you could write date night ideas or recipe cards so you can give me a recipe. This was made out of my burlap and just some twine. I painted on the letters and it turned out cute. I even had a big one that I used on our table. This is part of the decoration of a ladder I found at a garage sale. I just added some flowers, some candles, some pictures, and it was a great little decoration piece. We use mason jars as our glasses for the night, and I wanted to give those as a gift to our guests because everybody loves mason jars, right? I created these cute little tags to tie around them. That way the guests would know to take them with them. So they say, your glass for the night for whatever tastes right. Our gift to you. Thanks for helping us say I do. I also made my own bouquet. So here is the final product with Gerber daisies, which are my favorite flower, and some roses. I also added some burlap to the bottom and a horseshoe because that is for good luck. The gifts for the bridesmaids were a homemade garter with a special bottle of Yum and some homemade sugar scrub. So if you want to see tutorials on either of these, let me know in the comments below. To let guests know about the activities at the tables, I created these chalkboards out of a cheap frame from the Dollar Tree and some chalkboard paint that I had bought. Finally, the most important, or what I think to be the most important DIY for my wedding, was this hand fasting cord. Hand fasting is a Celtic tradition where you tie the knot. So instead of a ring ceremony, which we already had our rings because we're legally married, we decided to do a hand fasting ceremony, and I am very happy with the way it turned out. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment below describing your dream wedding. If you haven't already checked out part 1 of this series, be sure to do that with the link at the end of this video, and be sure to check out all the links for you in the description below, which include the templates, the links to the other website, anything that'll help you guys in planning your own wedding. Stay tuned for the last part, part 3 of a Schmidty wedding, where I talk about the day of process, from waking up in the morning to closing my eyes that night.